Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We spent the night in the inn here, so we had a little animation at the start. Wild. It was a very comfy time, presumably. So that's nice. Neat. But anyways, back out to actually doing stuff here. Once again, we are switching to the samurai momentarily. And then queuing up for this thing that never happens. Someday. Maybe. Eventually we might need to just kind of give up on it, but not right now. Not right now. For right now, we're continuing the never-ending investigation over in Oda. There you go. Well, let's see if we can eventually apprehend the many-masked thief guy ever at some point, maybe. We will see. We will see. We will see. Okay. So the next location they are going to be messing with is at the Colosseum, which is over this way. Run quickly. We popped over to the Vouchers Guild. Could have technically been quicker, or something. Just go over there, huh? Anyways, talking with Gamon here. Should be just right up here. When they load in. Running past. And there. Okay. And right back into more cutscenes. Always good. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. He's a friend of mine. Now, let's say you share your latest findings with us. I promise I'll make it worth your while. There she is. Ellie? If it isn't the Mithril Eyes star reporter, come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front-page feature, oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Overall, it's a travesty, I tell you. Hotch, Who, and Hamo, whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We're just on our way to convey the dire news to Tower Meadow. Mishap? My arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligai. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I'd been quick with my mantra, would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the Mantravilles fight is won. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road. I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle, rehearsing about in bed. I am ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hushin, for you I'm always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sigoli. Alright. And they're off. Possibly. There they go. The Mantravilles. Session tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Ralger. A man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Ah, yes. Mention that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's challenge, gladiators dropping like flies? No, this is no mere coincidence. I speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Coliseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman. Yubayu. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Arctic. We've got a case to crack. Alright. And then we go to the Coliseum. Maybe up higher. Let's see where exactly it is. Over here at the Gladiators Guild, essentially. Would this be just right here, essentially? Over here. Thal. Null. Gladiators Guild. Coliseum. That'll work. Probably. Such a thing. Alright. Alright. Pretty much. Here's the Gladiator. Starting spot. There's the Coliseum. We were down in there earlier for the whole samurai business. Yubaya. From the Mithril Eye, you say? And by all means, you are free to enter. Perfect. The other available gladiators are still in the competition, presumably. We just go win the whole thing. I'm Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing, you know the deal, yes? You must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Ha. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, my girl. That said, within the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief, now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, attorneys are already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his Looks like we got ourselves another, These two aren't in the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook, as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Pardian, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman eschews violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney. Try to be brief. I was wondering when, you might ask. Master Fagus has spared no expense, making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Coliseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a cairn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither. I don't care how many faces he's got. We have nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. Want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. Be quick about it, I haven't all day. Sure, I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces and another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any other would in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? Okay. Slobbering cephalopod. You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildebrand, look, he's purple. Astute as ever, Nasha. This color, this overabundance of appendages, I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist. Ultras. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it, he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Oh my. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others. He opened his slobbered mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum. And am I ever glad they did, I tell ya. This job ain't glamorous, but sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. With my tentacles around her. Not excited about that prospect. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You're free about your case, Inspector. There's only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. I just love when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Abby? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... Arctic Sin will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Arctic Sin? You do look like a Sin. Well, bug me with a spear. To think I'd see the day when a warrior light stood in my Colosseum. We were here earlier. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of guild pouring into our coffers. When the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign up, Ulti. With Arctic, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that he doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Avila was it, seemed quite certain of our chances for victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Aha, I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. The Ultros fellows seem most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nasha. The investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Arctic here safe? Let's return to Ganlon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. Shall leave the task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. It's very difficult to say if we're doing any facial expressions with all the stuff in the way. We're just kind of here, doing our best. Back to Ganelon. Should be right back down this way again. Up, down, all around. The steps of Nald. 8 armed and dangerous. Is they just like summoned a demon or something? I don't know. I don't know what's exactly going on with that. Very possibly concerning. Just don't worry about it too much. Everything's fine. How are we doing on this? One other person. Not well. Not well. You again. I already told you that. What? Enter the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you. In the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? I've been asking around. It seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Ragin' Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round, and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilists Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Alright. The Pugilists Guild is over here? Yep. One more quickly, because we can't use mounts in town. Do what we can here. How's it going? Not well. Sounds like. Come to have a good laugh at old Ragin' Rat's expense, have ya? Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildebrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my eyes, have you not a whit of delicacy? Never you mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl's up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in a jail as we speak. The girl's Halamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in the pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Arctic. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just tell it like it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder. Ah, Miss Ellie. The thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boar. Ahem. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved the case without leaving my home. Incredible, your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? He's purple. Mr. Ultros should still be at the Coliseum. Let's hurry before he slithers back off to whatsoever he came. Worth checking out, at least. Okay. Back to the Coliseum. Making good use of everything here. Go down this way further. Okay. I feel like there might be more potential for this on like weekends. We almost got there one time. We almost got 8 people together for this. Not a popular excursion, it seems. Rand's over here. And there's Ultros over there. Everybody's fine with this? Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything's great. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. He is not making many friends here. Oh, what's this? The girls fled in a panic. And rightfully so. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quick, Nasha. We must pursue. And where have they gone now? Nasha. Okay, in front of the Coliseum. Back outside again? I just have any of this just in the same place. That'd be too easy. Back and forth. Coliseum's really just kind of here on the edge between the zones here. Awkward. Awkward to deal with. There's the squid thing again. Over here now. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Those succulent legs, I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. Another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall I douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Being creepy about it. Call him crazy, but I think he likes them? Eight-armed and dangerous indeed. 1,100 gil. Okay. That completes that quest part. Speak to the red-garbed traveler. That's the red part. Next part, this is going to pop up here. What price victory? Still level 50. Still a level 50 quest. Not these quests are even giving any experience. It's just been gil. And tiny amounts of it. It's for the story. Let us potentially have to deal with some kind of crazy demon squid guy. And I doubt that would be the masked thief. You never know. Maybe we'll find out as we continue the investigation continually. Next time. Goodbye.